Okay, I'm here with Joan, who's a repeated Four Seasons customer, and she recently had a kitchen put in, and we're going to talk about it. So Joan, tell me about the process that got you to want a new kitchen, and start from there, and tell me about how it was until they were completed.
Okay, we bought the house around 3.5 years ago, and it was a house that I fell in love with from the start.
Sure.
We loved our old house, but this place I just really loved and wanted it. The kitchen needed renovation, and we did buy the house as is. We had a white cabinetry in the kitchen and a blue Formica peninsula.
Yep.
Here, and it worked, but we did want to modernize it.
Okay.
And I guess I always had an idea that of my dream kitchen.
Okay.
Cherry cabinetry and granite countertops was something that I really wanted.
Sure.
I also thought a farm sink would be nice. We had never really planned a kitchen before, so having Four Seasons come in and work with us was a good experience.
Okay.
David had many ideas and told us about things that we had never heard of, even the edging of the Formica. He drew it out for us. We kind of gave him our ideas. I said, I'd like to have a desk area, and we wanted to lower it a little bit, and he drew it.
Okay.
We wanted free access in the kitchen so that it was open as opposed to closed.
Sure.
Which was how it was with the peninsula. So we opened this up, and I don't know, I guess just we threw around ideas, and different people came in and measured, and it kind of evolved.
Okay, nice. So now that you have the finished product, are you happy?
Oh, I love it. I love it. And some of the intermediate steps that I kind of missed, going to the granite place. There was a woman there who was very helpful.
Okay.
At one point we were only going to have that granite, and I really didn't love it. When I saw this, the
Right.
peacock, I fell in love with this as
It's a beautiful
well.
piece. Yeah.
And we decided that it was okay to have two different kinds of granite in the kitchen.
Yep. Okay.
And I guess it kind of took care of both our images of the kitchen. My husband liked the lighter granite under the counters, and I liked the peacock.
Okay.
So that worked.
Now you had mentioned that you were in mind since you bought the house to put in a new kitchen, and then you were at an expo?
Yes, we went to the Nassau Coliseum, and we spoke with a number of companies that did kitchens.
Right.
And Four Seasons was the first company that we had come to the house. The appointment just happened to work that way.
Okay.
We knew them from past experience in Franklin Square. They had done a glass room for us, which we lived in.
Oh, nice.
That was perfect. It was a great room. And, we knew the quality of their work.
Okay.
And I guess it just went from there.
That's nice. How many other competitors came in to give you quotes or prices?
We signed after the Four Seasons interview. They were the first ones and the only ones.
That's amazing. So David was your design consultant?
Yes.
Okay. So did he take you through the whole process in one shot, or how did that work?
I think he gave us an overview. I would say yes, he did give us an overview of how things would work.
Okay.
And then along the way, we had phone calls and different appointments.
Sure.
And Stuart had come in and checked what David had done. There was a lot of collaboration that was going on.
Okay. Now, when David was here, did he give you a digital simulation of what the kitchen would look like upon completion?
Yes, he did.
And how close is that to what you see behind you?
Very close. It's just you're looking at a diagram as opposed to the real thing. This is like flesh and blood. That was just lines.
Okay. Okay.
So to me, this was much more realistic.
So
I needed to see it. I'm much more visual.
Sure. So does this meet your expectations? Is it above and beyond?
It surpasses my expectations.
That's nice. So is there any particular part of the kitchen that really jumps out at you that you're very thankful for or appreciative of having it redone?
I just love the whole thing. I just
Okay.
love the, well, I always loved the openness of the house.
Right.
And having a kitchen that was kind of boxy didn't really work for us, but now it's just perfect.
Nice.
You can have buffets, and it's just, you have access to everything.
Right. So tell me about the construction team. When they started delivering the equipment and pulling things out, how did that go?
Oh, I have to think back a year.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's been a year. The materials came ahead of time because they needed to be in the house at the temperature.
And acclimate.
Yeah, right, and acclimate to the temperature of the house. So I think they came a day or two ahead of time.
Okay.
And I was June 1st, actually.
Oh boy.
We started at the beginning of June, and we ended on my husband's birthday, which was the 22nd. We actually, just a few minutes before we had this big, major party going on.
Nice way to start it.
It was great.
It's great.
And the whole family and everyone got to see the kitchen at that point.
Okay. So when the construction crew was here, did you get to know them? Was it different people every day? Was it pretty much the same guys?
The main people were the same. They had
Okay.
different helpers.
Okay.
We did develop a rapport with the people
Nice.
who were working here.
Okay.
And they were extremely considerate and took care of our our furniture as if it were their own.
Okay.
Cleaned up.
They left it spotless every day?
Every day was left very, beautifully.
Sure, sure. When David created the virtual tool and the design on your kitchen, did you guys look at different designs during that process, or was the first one he came?
No, I think it was basically the first one. We told him what we wanted, what our vision for the
Right.
kitchen would be,
Okay.
and he created it. And we went from there. We just filled in. We kept our old appliances; those we didn't change.
They're in great
We
shape?
kept the wood floor. That was something that we wanted and liked, so that
Right.
stayed.
Okay.
And then they worked around it.
Okay. So during David's presentation of what we had to offer and the different options we had, was there anything that jumped out at you in comparison to what you had?
Is there anything that jumped out at us? I wanted granite.
Okay.
I had a Formica that was not pretty. It was not appealing.
If you were to give us a score on our presentation methods that David brought to the table when you did your consultation, between a score of 1 being low and 10 being high, where would you put David?
9.75.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I thought it was great.
That's nice. Pretty discerning customers too. What part of our product or services did you like the best? And if you could tell me why?
What part of your product?
As far as construction, design, the finished product, the collaboration.
Yeah, I think all of those work together. I think it was all integrated. I don't know that you'd be able to separate them and say one was better than the other.
Okay.
If they didn't mesh,
Okay.
I don't think you would have the satisfied customers that you have today.
Sure, sure. Okay. And if you could talk to the CEO of the company and tell him what we could improve upon, what would you tell him?
It's funny that you asked that because when your vice president had come to the house to look at the finished product, originally we had, our windows weren't finished as they are now, this particular window.
Okay.
It had lovely wood, but it didn't match the cabinetry.
Okay.
And that wasn't part of the original design. We really didn't know what you would put there, and we hadn't thought about it.
Sure.
But seeing the finished product, we knew that, hey, something's missing. And I had spoken to Peter Allen at that meeting and mentioned to him that he said to us, do you love everything? And it was, for future customers, there's one other thing I would recommend.
Right.
That you match the trim around the window with the cabinetry. If you have a window in the middle of the cabinets.
Sure.
And at that point he said, would it make you happy if we ordered that for you? And I said, yeah, we never expected it.
Right.
And they did. And, at no extra cost to us, they came and put it in. And everything is just perfect.
I'm so happy to hear that.
We are too.
What made you feel comfortable with taking advantage of the same-day discount, of the one-visit discount? You guys, I assume David offered you the one-stop shop.
He did. We were hesitant at first.
Right.
I can't say we just jumped into it. It was a very big investment.
Sure.
For us, but pretty much we both looked at each other and we knew from prior experience with Four Seasons that it was probably going to, not probably, that it was going to work out.
Right. And you mentioned former experiences. You, in your previous home, you had a Four Seasons sunroom?
Yes, we did. It was a 30 by 15
Wow.
sunroom, and we lived in it. It was a living room section, it was a eating section, we had a jacuzzi in it,
Wow.
plants in it. It was great.
And you had mentioned that you had some issues with it over the course of time, and Four Seasons had taken care of it?
Yes, our windows had started to fog up. I don't remember how long it was, but I guess it fogged. There was a fog that built up between the layers of glass. And Four Seasons did come in and replace the windows for us at a discounted rate. And
Nice.
yeah, we were happy that they honored the warranty, even though most of it had expired already.
That is something unique.
Yes, it is.